Okay, so right now what we're going to do is take some time to discuss what we call controlling the conversation. And if you're new to any kind of position or job or career that you have to make appointments, that sounds kind of harsh. But what I'm going to tell you is it's crucial for you to adopt this concept. Because what we really are doing is we are lovingly and politely, confidently, and successfully driving our patients to fit our schedule. So when we get into tomorrow and we talk about our scheduling scripts and our new patient scripts and ways that are effective and efficient to make appointments, controlling the conversation comes in as a vital necessity. Anytime you're going to be on the phone or face-to-face with someone. Now, a perfect example of why we want to control the conversation is if you would say to someone, when would you like to come in? Two things. Number one, if it's a busy mom like me and my life is going about 10 different directions all at once, you've just invited opening up that can of crazy. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to think out loud and I'm going to go through all three of my kids' schedule and what doesn't work, and then I have this as a commitment. So if I can find someone here, and you get to hear about all my crazy, and what should take about 2 to 3 minutes tops is going to take about 10, 15, sometimes even 20 minutes if you have a person that's just a big talker. The other problem with saying, when would you like to come in, is they might say, you know what, 2:30. Well, 2:30 doesn't work for your office. The doctor's either in a meeting, the doctor has lunch that day, or that's not an adjusting time, that's a new patient time. So then what you've done is made a person kind of irritated because you've said, when would you like to? And then you've said, nope, it doesn't work. So it comes in as bad customer service. I'm going to give you two examples. Our dentist office, love them dearly, they do a great job. But I control the conversation when I call to make an appointment. Because what happens is I get the question, when would you like to come in? Well, I know when I'd like to come in, but I don't know if that's going to work. And so instead of me going, how about noon on Tuesday? Nope. How about at 1 on Tuesday? Nope. How about at 3 on Tuesday? Nope. Do you see how that just prolongs the conversation? And that's what happens when I call my dentist office. So when she says, when would you like to come in? I say to her, Tuesdays are good. Do you have anything in the morning? Probably between 9 and 11. And I get her to go down into a specific time period. And then we go from there. And if she says no, then I go to the next day that works for me, and I give a couple time period that it worked for my schedule. Otherwise, we end up going through every time that works for me until luckily I find on her computer screen a time that she can actually put me there. Now, on the flip side of that, my orthodontics office, again, great people, and I love it there. They have schedules and appointments just like we do. And sometimes their appointments are 10 minutes, and sometimes for what that appointment need is, it's 20 minutes. So they have their day divided into specific appointments, just like your office does. And if they don't, they will be after you go through this training. What we want to do is make sure that we are honoring time for you, for the doctor, for your fellow patients, and your fellow CAs. So going back to my orthodontic example, I live 45 minutes away from the office. And they said, for this type of appointment, I have 2 o'clock or 3:45 available. And in my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to take my son out of school for a 15-minute appointment and drive 45 minutes, and then I have to get back to pick up my other 2. That doesn't work for me. How about something in the morning? And Billy smiled and said, for this kind of appointment, I have a 2 o'clock or a 3:45, which would work better for you. Now, I realized if I were in her position, she's going to stick to her guns because she knows that controlling that conversation is going to lead me to what's going to work to keep everyone in the office happy, me included. So I smiled and I decided, you know what, I'll just take all the kids out early, we'll come up, we'll do some shopping and make the day of it. She did it very kindly, very lovingly, and very successfully because she did what she was supposed to do and got me into an appointment time that fit their office for their schedule. And that's what your job is as the front desk CA. So as we go through tomorrow pretty in depth as far as scripts on scheduling new patients, scheduling existing patients, scheduling care plans, every kind of scheduling that you're going to encounter, I want you to remember that controlling the conversation is going to set you up for success sooner than later. And that's why we talked today, just to give you that concept so you can kind of digest that. So tomorrow we're going to dive right in, and everything we do, all of our scripts are going to be immediately controlling the conversation.